Have you ever wondered how a criminal picks the house or business they're going to break into and what's going through their mind? Well, I sat down with an inmate with a long burglary record to find out in the special report, Eyes of a Thief. This inmate, whose identity we're concealing, has been in and out of jail for 12 years on burglary charges. He says he tried to make money the legal way, but with a drug habit, it wasn't enough.
It's just easier to go in somebody's house and break in the house and take that stuff than it is riding around all night trying to pick up scraps.
He says he tried to work for people with the means to pay him for yard work, but it never worked out.
And I walk up to their front door and I knock on their door and I be like, "Ma'am, can I mow your yard or can I do something?" And then they be like, "Nah, we don't do that. We don't need your help. We don't need none of that." And then they go and spend all kinds of money. So I felt like, well, you know, they don't want to help me, so why not take their stuff?
Whether it was busting out a window or kicking in a door, once inside, money was the main thing on his mind.
Computers, TVs, jewelry, just anything you think that you can carry out that, you know, because most people do this type of stuff are walking around. They're not driving, they're just walking through neighborhoods and whatever they see, they just do.
And if you think a security sign or cameras in your front yard will help you, think again.
Does that matter if you follow those?
That doesn't make a bit of difference to anybody doing stuff like that.
The inmate said he's even gone to affluent neighborhoods to see if he could steal bigger items.
I was walking down the road with this man's TV on my head, just walking down the road with it in the middle of a neighborhood. People looking at me and everything, and they're not even thinking nothing. You know, they're just looking at me like I'm just, like it's me and my TV, but they're not thinking the fact, why is this man walking down the road with a big TV on his shoulder, walking down the road, and I've never seen him before, you know. He's got tattoos all over him. I know he doesn't belong here, but they ain't thinking about it. They ain't calling the police. They not, because it's just something that nobody thinks about.
And when people don't call the cops on him, he says that neighborhood becomes a prime target.
That just gives you more power. That makes you want to do more things, and it makes you, it keeps going and going. Then you might end up doing more things. You might go somewhere and do 10, 15 things in one night because you feel like, oh well, they see me all this. They've been seeing me over here walking around all this time, you know, and they see me. So I just seen somebody look at me with this TV yesterday, and then I had somebody come pick this TV up, you know, from the same place. And so why not go back over there and do the rest of the houses?
The inmate told me that most people don't pay attention to their neighbors, let alone look out for them. And the one thing that would make him pass by a house is an active neighborhood watch program.
Sat out on the front porch all day, or somebody that was getting paid to do something like that, then that might deter people from actually coming down the street. Because if they see somebody sitting there all the time looking at them, then they're not going to do anything there because they know the police are going to get caught on them, and that's going to. And sometimes that might help them, that might prevent them, they might get scared and might not never do it again.
He says he regrets a lot of the things he's done in his life.
And that's wrong in any kind of way, you know, people, you shouldn't think like that. But once you've been out there doing it for a long time, that's the type of thing you think of.
After leaving the Doherty County Jail, the inmate will serve time in prison on burglary charges. He says he's had enough and is making an honest effort to change his life. He wants anyone thinking about stealing to know that eventually you will get caught, and all homeowners to know that if you don't look out for your neighbors, you all become sitting targets. Romney Smith, Fox 31 News.